Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. You may have heard the phrase or proverb or whatever you want to call it. It's a quote actually from a play. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and this is often misattributed to William Shakespeare. In fact, it's from a play called The Mourning Bride by William Congreve, who was a playwright in, I think, the 17th century. So it's not a Shakespeare quote. In case anyone tells you it is, it's by this guy Congreve. I knew this degree that I've got in English would come in handy one day. But anyway, the point I'm making is that a good example of this, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, is the wife of Dmitri Bivol. Because, my God, she's been a busy girl, hasn't she? I mean, the reaction that has been filmed, actually, of her after Beterbiev was announced as the winner over her soon-to-be ex-husband was one of absolute elation. Like I say, this was filmed. She was watching watching the fight live, and they caught it on camera, and she was very pensive. When well, who's going to win? Who's going to win? She actually, prior to the fight, gave information to Beterbiev's camp about Bivol's history of injuries, just to sort of try and give him the edge. I mean, this is a bitter woman. And she has actually accused him of domestic violence, of neglecting their sons. Of course, she's going to go to court. This is a hellish divorce. And look, if she has been abused physically, then I don't blame her at all. I'm not picking sides here. I'm not picking sides. This is not a video about that. It's not, if I don't have any time for men that hit women, and I shouldn't need to explain to you why. But her reaction was, if you're on the outside looking in, one of kind of a little bit amusing, even though it's not a very amusing subject. Domestic violence, or alleged domestic violence, never is. But she said she was shouting at the screen, bigging up Artur Beterbiev. She said, karma caught up with this asshole, meaning her soon-to-be ex-husband, Dimitri Bivol. Artur, I'm happy for you. Now my work is in court. And then she started ranting, and it was in Russian, so I don't speak Russian, but if you pick the bones out of it with the translation, and I've read a few different translations, she said, fuck, honestly, that's what you deserve, meaning Dimitri. You got scared. Karma reached Bivol. Go fuck yourself. No, honestly, go fuck yourself. I was right. And then later on, I think there was more to come. She said she was talking about the alleged abuse. She said that Bivol hit her at one point, told her to get an abortion, and that she'd almost been killed by her mother-in-law, and that was in a separate incident. But she said that she told her father, let me get this right. Dimitri Bivol told her father that she'd hit herself. And her reaction was, you're all scum, and Daddy prevented me from going to the police, meaning to report this was back in 2023, mid-2023. And the children saw everything. They have 2 sons, I believe. She also says that Dimitri has been financially neglecting his children, that he only pays like $1,100 a month for both the kids. And this was after Ekaterina, her name is Ekaterina Bivol. She won custody of the children. And yeah, she's been very, very vocal about this, and she's going to war in court, going to war against her soon-to-be former husband. She also showed a picture of some damage to the side of a face, cuts, minor cuts and bruises, minor in inverted commas, I say. I mean, we're not talking, Fraser Clark standard here, but anyway, if he's been slapping her around, it's not good, is it? And she's talked about I think it's on Instagram, she talked about eye damage and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, this is a very bitter divorce battle. And if you could see the little video of her celebrating, this is a woman who wants her pound of flesh, definitely. So yeah, I just thought, it's just a little aside to this very, very great fight, historically important fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. Beterbiev got it. Will they fight again? I hope they do. I wonder if Ekaterina will be hoping they fight again, because then she can watch her husband being beaten up even more. But probably, you know, as they say, the place to hit them is in the pocket, isn't it? That's the most dangerous place to hit them. So a court battle awaits Dmitrii Bivol. Ekaterina also said that a lot of this stemmed from Bivol's victory over Canelo Alvarez, when he kind of, you know, he beat the great Canelo Alvarez and was therefore elevated to fame and fortune, to great status, and it kind of went to his head. That's what she claims anyway. But I don't know. It's all he said, she said. It'll all come out in court like it always does. You know, sometimes the man is not guilty. Sometimes the woman is a bunny boiler. Other times the man is totally guilty and should really be in prison. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you on that. Let me know what you think. If you've got any opinions, leave them below. And thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Do all that good stuff that I always say at the end of every video. Much appreciated. We've had a good week's boxing, I think. Certainly a good weekend's boxing. And of course, you can never have enough. More is never enough in the world of boxing. Let's look forward to some great shows that are coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and bye for now.